What if I told you the birthplace of King Arthur, a haunted prison, and a theatre carved into a cliff were all hidden in one corner of the UK? This is Cornwall like you've never seen it before. Welcome back to WanderBliss Chronicles. Today, I'm inviting you on a journey packed with wanderlust, hidden legends, and awe-inspiring landscapes. Just a few hours from Cardiff, I set off on a 3-day escape into the heart of Cornwall, a place where every hill hums with history and every turn reveals something magical. With 2 cosy nights split between premier inns and a coastline full of stories to explore, I narrowed it down to 7 must-see spots, from cliffside castles to mystical waterfalls and underground wonders. Ready to see why Cornwall truly feels like another world? Let's dive in. 3 days. That's not nearly enough time to see everything in Cornwall. So the question became, where do I begin? What do you choose when you've got castles and cliffs, secret glens, ancient jails, and natural wonders that feel like movie sets? The challenge wasn't just time, it was making each moment count, to feel wonder, not just tick boxes. So here's what I picked. We started at Tintagel Castle, supposedly where King Arthur was born. Truth or myth, this place is different. Standing between sky and sea, you feel part of the story. If you want to see more of this place, like what's inside or how it felt to stand in there and tips for your visit, I've got a dedicated video just for that. Links in the description. Next, we're heading just 15 minutes inland from Tintagel, and it feels like we're stepping into an entirely different world. Welcome to St Nectan's Glen, a hidden, almost sacred slice of nature wrapped in legend. Tucked away in a moss-covered valley, this place isn't just a walk in the woods. It's an experience. Locals believe this glen holds spiritual energy, and once you hear the water, see the light breaking through the trees. If you want to see more of this place, like visitor tips or ticket prices, I've got a dedicated video just for that. Link in the description. From the peace of the Glen to something a bit darker, just under 40 minutes from St Nectan's Glen, we arrive at our final stop for day 1, Bodmin Jail Attraction. Now, this isn't your typical historical site. This place has a pulse, cold stone corridors, heavy doors, and a past that refuses to stay buried. Built in the 18th century and once housing the condemned, Bodmin Jail now walks the line between museum and mystery. From real-life stories of justice and punishment to the eerie tales of ghostly echoes, this stop isn't for the faint of heart. It's history, with a haunting twist.
My got sent condemned, but they're common souls and they have a job to do.
Not much
fat on it.
Narrow shoulder and thin neck too.
Day 2 started with a walk across the ocean floor, literally. St. Michael's Mount only reveals its path when the tide's low. A fortress on an island, spiritual, strange, spectacular. We parked nearby and hopped on a boat to get across since the tide was high. Quick tip though, before you board, they'll check your tickets. Access to the island isn't always free and can vary depending on the time of year, so I definitely recommend checking their website before you go. I've got a full video coming soon with everything you need to know, from how to get there, ticket info, and the best times to visit. So make sure to check that out if you're planning your own adventure. And then, the showstopper, Minack Theatre, an open-air theatre built into the cliffs. One woman's dream carved into stone. The view? Unreal. Even with no play, it felt like a performance. If you want to see more of this place, like the tips for your visit or how it felt to stand in that theatre, I've got a dedicated video just for that. Links in the description. After soaking in the views at Minack Theatre, we couldn't resist heading down to the beach, just below it, Porthcurno Beach. Now, there's actually a path that leads directly from the theatre down to the sand, but we parked the car near the lower car park and walked in from there. It's a short stroll, and trust me, it's worth it. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my camera with me for this part, so I don't have any footage. And honestly, that kind of made it even better. It was just one of those unplugged moments. No screen, no filming, just waves, golden sand, and a bit of quiet to end the day. Day 3 began with a place that felt like nature and history had made a quiet truce. Kennall Vale Nature Reserve. Tucked deep into the woods, this old gunpowder works has been completely overtaken by moss, vines, and the sound of running water. It's peaceful, mysterious, and absolutely photogenic. Now, a quick heads up. Parking here isn't the easiest. It's a tight spot and space is super limited. We were lucky to visit on a quiet day, so it worked out, but just be prepared to get there early or be patient if it's busy. We spent a few hours wandering the trails, but honestly, we barely scratched the surface. There's a lot more to explore here, and I'm hoping to come back soon and create a full video just about this place. From the quiet ruins of Kennall Vale, we drove about 35 minutes to something completely different and deeper. Carnglaze Caverns, cool, still, glowing. This place sits beneath the earth like a hidden world waiting to be found. Once a slate mine, it's now home to underground lakes and eerily quiet passageways that make you feel like time just paused. Walking inside, it felt less like a tourist stop and more like discovering something forgotten, untouched, echoey, and oddly calming. Before hitting our final destination, we treated ourselves to something truly local. Cream tea in Cornwall, paired with a warm Cornish pasty on the side. The scones were soft and buttery, the clotted cream rich, and that strawberry jam, perfectly sweet. It was such a simple moment, but one of the most delightful parts of the trip. If you're ever in Cornwall, definitely make time for a proper cream tea. It's a must. With our cravings satisfied and energy recharged, it was time to head to our final stop, Lydford Gorge. From our cosy cream tea stop, it was about a 50-minute drive to our final destination. And honestly, it felt like we saved the wildest for last. Lydford Gorge, the deepest gorge in the southwest, home to the roaring White Lady waterfall and winding trails that hug the cliffs and challenge your legs. The moment you arrive, you can hear it. The rush of water, the whisper of wind through the trees. It's dramatic, powerful, and absolutely worth the hype.
Wow!
In 3 days, I crossed coastlines, climbed castles, got lost in glens, and stared into the void of caverns and history. Cornwall didn't just give me places, it gave me perspective. And if you're ever feeling stuck, head west. Let the cliffs, the stories, the silence do the rest. I'll be sharing full videos on each of these incredible places. So if you're planning your own trip, or just love getting lost in stunning locations, be sure to check those out. Now it's your turn. What's your favourite spot in Cornwall? Or the one you've always dreamed of seeing? Drop it in the comments. And if you're into adventures that blend story, history, and a little mystery, hit subscribe and come along for the next one. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep exploring and stay blissful.